everyone, it's Julia. This week I'm working on a couple of projects using my twisted fabric cord. I did a bowl and a cuff. I am trying to figure out like how much yardage it takes to make a bowl and a cuff because I'm doing an upcoming class. So it was 3 fat quarters and it made about 8 yards, just so for reference for you. I also do a lot of twisted fabric cord with just scraps of quilt prints. And this is just a real scrappy look. I love this look too. But today we're going to be working with the brown fat quarters. And they were batiks and they were just 3 different prints. And like I said, it made about approximately 8 yards. I'm first of all going to share with you how I went about making this. I've done this in several other videos. But to make the fabric twisted cord, I take 2 strips and I knot them. And you want your strips to be at different lengths to start with because you don't want to join them at the same time. And that'll make more sense as we go along. And so, but I am going to just knot one end. I'm left-handed, and so I hold it in my right hand and I twist it with my left hand. But these 2 happen to be about the same length. So I'm cutting approximately 4 inches off of one. And I usually hold it so I have one above the other or on top of the other. And I take the top one, I twist it twice, and then I bring that to the front and hold it with my thumb. And then twist the back one twice, bring it over and hold it with my thumb. And again, this is a very repetitive motion, so you want to take breaks. I do not twist super tight, but when you twist it twice, it gets quite tight, and that's the perfect tension for me. And again, you want to always do it in the same direction, and that's what keeps the cord just so it doesn't curl or unravel, or it just forms a really neat cord, and you'll see it here in a second. I'm coming towards the end here too, and I've one, and so I'm going to share with you how I join the cord. It's really very easy. You want to twist it until you have approximately, I'd say 2 inches left of one of the cords. And then you take your other piece and you just form it around it. And then again, just continue twisting. Now, a little bit about my strips. I like my strips to be approximately anywhere from 18 inches to 24 inches. Any longer than that, and they really start to twist, and you just kind of have a mess. And my widths are about 1 inch to, I would say, 1.5 inch. Once I get my cord done, I take it to my sewing machine and I just zigzag right down the center of this. I don't have any problems with my needle breaking, but if you do, you might want to go to a heavier duty needle for this. And I just use my brown thread both on the top and the bobbin. I'm making my cuff first, and you cut 3 strips, 1 at 19 inches and 2 at 17 inches. I'm back to my sewing machine, and I found this piece of yarn that I want to use and add it to some of the brown cuff. I just thought a pop of color would be nice. I really like the fuchsia, and it has a royal blue in it. So I'm just separating that. That fiber's in 3 different strands, or that yarn. Now I folded the 19 inch. So I'm working with a 19 inch strip first, and I folded it in half, and I start at the ends side, and I'm zigzagging this closed. So it's zigging in one side, it's zagging in the other. And then this yarn or this fiber, I'm just putting underneath my presser foot. I'm just adding that right on the top. I'm going to continue to zigzag this, and then I'm stopping approximately 1 inch from the end. I want a loop, approximately 1 inch loop, and that's going to be for my button closure. And you can see it there. now for the next two, or the next one. This is the 17 inch, or one of the 17 inch. Again, I folded it, and I'm starting at the end side of it and putting in some of that fiber, and I'm going to go all the way to the end of this one and completely close the bottom, or the loop part. And I'm going to do the same with the second piece of the 17 inch piece. Again, folding it in half and starting at the ends part of it. And there I have the three. Now I'm going to put that 19 inch one in the center. I'm working with just the two now. So I've got a 17 inch and the 19 inch, and joining those two again with the zigzag stitch and adding fiber. And putting the last piece on the other side. And going all the way to the end. And now this is complete except for the button. I'm just going to dig into my stash and find an interesting looking button for that one. And now I'm on to making the little basket. I coiled a little bit of it, maybe about an inch, and I'm going to just straight stitch back and forth a few times just to secure this initial this initial coil. And then I'm going to switch to a zigzag again, and I'm going to be zigzagging all the way, just continue with my zigzag stitch and continue with the coil. So I'm coiling with my left hand and then guiding that cord with my right. So this is going to be the base of my basket, and I think about a 2.5 inch, maybe 3 inch base. And I could have done more. I could have done a little bit bigger. The sides got a little bit wonky on it. But I tell you, these baskets are so fun to create. So just practice on them, and you can just do different shapes. And I'm kind of a beginner at it, but there's a lot of videos out there that you can watch to just get some different shapes to them. Going back to that same ribbon or excuse me, yarn, and there's a certain piece on here that's got these slubs, and I'm just cutting some of those, and I'm going to be just putting some of those in randomly. I'm not really thinking about that too much. I just want a little bit more color in this basket. And you can see what that adds, that fuchsia color there. I'm just going to stick this purplish blue one underneath right now. And this is totally optional, but there's a lot of different things that you can just stitch into these little baskets. I'm going to start forming the sides of the basket next. And to do that, you just lift it up towards your sewing machine head. And this will, again, start to form the sides. It looks awkward, but it's not bad once you get going with it. And again, I have my zigzag stitch, and it's set at about a 5. And I'm just going so it's zigzagging on one and zagging on the other, and just basically connecting the two pieces. And here you can see I've got quite a ways. It was interesting to see how big this basket got. I mean, I basically used 3 fat quarters for both the cuff and this basket. And again, I'm going to be doing a little class on this, and I really wanted just to see how far 3 fat quarters would go. Now to finish this off, I'm just going to take a piece and go back on itself a little bit and just kind of form a loop. Super easy. You can put a button there, or maybe you want to just do a fun flower there. Thank you so much, everybody. It has some pictures at the end. You can see that funky button I found in my stash. I have had that button for so long, and I thought it really added to the cuff. And then I have some more pictures too of the basket. Really a fun little thing. I think it would be really cute on a coffee table filled with pine cones or something for fall. I hope you enjoyed this, everybody. Bye for now.